This video you are about to watch happened on the 16th of August 2025. So if you are watching me in October, you know this video is definitely a bit old. But I brought this video up because I want us to understand something about the West. I want us to understand something about the democracy they proclaim Africa should practice and how they use that same democracy with certain twists and certain things to affect Africa, to hamper on the development of Africa. You see, let's make this thing clear, and I want everybody to understand this. Do you think the West will promote and propagate democracy for Africa? If indeed democracy will really help the African continent, please bear with me, go into the scope of an open-mindedness, and then let us talk about this together. Before you watch this video and what transpired on the 16th of August 2025 in Burkina Faso, let us analyze this, okay?
You gotta watch this.
At 4 a.m. on the 16th of August 2025, a large-scale arms seizure took place in Burkina Faso, an event that shocked the world. In this special operation, led directly by President Ibrahim Traoré, the government intercepted 57 trucks loaded with military weapons and ammunition. The discovery left everyone asking, who were these weapons for? And who is pulling the strings behind it? The bust happened in the Canary region, near the border with Togo. During a routine patrol, border guards spotted something unusual, a long convoy moving slowly along the border late at night, at an hour when the area is normally silent. The convoy's size and strange timing immediately raised red flags. Captain Moussa Kabore, the border commander, quickly alerted senior officials. Initial intelligence suggested the trucks were carrying humanitarian aid, but something felt wrong. Who delivers aid shipments at midnight? And why take back roads instead of the main route? President Traoré didn't hesitate. Realizing the danger, he called Special Forces Commander General Ibrahim Zerbo and issued a clear but cautious order. Intercept that convoy, but be careful. This could be more than just smuggling. The special forces moved swiftly, setting up a covert ambush along the convoy's route. Drones and helicopters tracked the trucks from above. At 4 a.m., the operation began. The road was blocked just as the convoy arrived. Taken by surprise, the drivers tried to escape, but within minutes, they were captured. When the first truck was opened, the team was stunned. Beneath sacks disguised as aid supplies were AK-47 second, M16 second, rocket launchers, grenades, everything you would expect in a full military arsenal, and every truck was the same. Captain Kabore immediately called the president. Mr. President, you won't believe this. These trucks are packed with enough weapons to equip an entire army. Calme but resolute, President Traoré replied, secure everything, do not lose a single bullet, and make those drivers talk. We must know who is behind this. Someone is preparing for war in Burkina Faso. The scale of the operation and the sheer amount of firepower involved prove this is no small-time smuggling ring. The question now is, who is planning what and why? The investigation unfolds. The captured driver, Marc-Antoine Zongo, was the first to break. Shaking with fear, he finally spoke. They told us we were hauling agricultural machine parts. We were to drop them off at a warehouse in Togo, and from there, they would be shipped overseas. But as investigators dug deeper, the story unraveled. What came to light was staggering. Most of the drivers truly had no idea what they were transporting. But the organizers, they knew exactly what they were doing. Each truck had been dispatched from a different location, at different times, using different routes. They only joined up just before crossing the border, a deliberate move to avoid suspicion. By the second day, investigators uncovered even more disturbing details. Burkina Faso's intelligence team managed to recover partial serial numbers on the weapons, even though many had been filed off. Using advanced forensic technology, they traced the weapons to surprising sources. Some were leftovers from the Libyan civil war. Others had been used in Yemen. And some were brand new, straight from the factory, never fired once. The total value of the haul, over $700 million. That raised the most pressing question: who had the kind of money to fund this, and what were they planning? President Ibrahim Traoré immediately called an emergency meeting of the National Security Council. The full inventory of the seized arsenal was laid out on the table: 25,000 AK-47 second, 10,000 M16 second, 13 million rounds of ammunition, 70,000 hand grenades, 2,500 rocket launchers, 400 anti-aircraft missiles, and 50 tons of explosives. Defense Minister General Sadu was stunned. "This isn't just a shipment," he said.
Democracy. They say Africa must practice democracy. Democracy is the way to go. But within this same system called democracy, what they do is that they choke the continent of Africa by preventing the continent of Africa to industrialize, okay? As a matter of fact, we should understand that Africa being impoverished is to their benefit. The moment China was able to industrialize, China was able to break free from their grasp. And they have learned all this, and you think they will allow Africa to industrialize? Never. Ibrahim Traoré, who is in Burkina Faso, is doing everything within his power to make sure the Burkinabés get good road. That is very necessary. Connectivity, easy access, that is very necessary. Apart from that, he's trying to industrialize the whole country, whereby they don't export any of their raw products. I've seen videos, and I've done videos about whereby they have now, industrialized their tomatoes sector. They have industrialized their gold manufacturing sector, whereby they just don't extract the gold and then export it. They extract it, refine it, and then export it. And mostly they store it, because you can use that as a collateral anytime you are going for a loan. And we all know that having a backstock of a lot of gold also helps your economy through stabilizing your currency. Ibrahim Traoré and Africa as a whole, I don't think Africa as a whole will be able to understand what I want to say, because as a matter of fact, honestly speaking, more than half of our leaders are dumb. In fact, they all are being manipulated by the West.